Hello, guys. Good evening, everybody. And welcome to week number 7 of our 8-week course. So thank you very much for being on time. So just a friendly reminder, before I start sharing my screen, please remember that you need to turn on your camera, okay? So I'm gonna ask you to turn on your camera in order to start with the class. Alexander, Juan Carlos, please, your cameras. Alexander Castro, please, I need that you turn on your camera in order to start with the class. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Okay, if you guys give me a minute. Okay, now I'm gonna start sharing my screen. Okay, guys, so the first thing that I have to mention is that first of all, I'm gonna pass the attendance. And after that, I need to tell you some instructions, guidelines about the final quiz, because you need to understand some points in order to have a good development for the final quiz that basically you will have 2 quizzes, right? The oral quiz and the written quiz. So right now, let's say in about 5 minutes, I will tell you more about this, okay? Now, this is something that I always do before I start passing the attendance. You need to have your camera on. Remember that you need at least 70% of your total attendance in order to approve this lab. Okay, so right here, you have access to this, right? And you even have the percentage right here, okay? So right now I'm gonna hide this because I need to see your names. So I'm gonna hide this until I pass the 10. Also, let me take this and move it right here. Okay, now remember that in order to let me know that you are there, you can either say hello, means here, you can say hi, good evening. It's up to you, okay? No present, that is something that we don't use in English. So let's start with Alex Ayauca.
Hello.
Hello, Alex, thank you. Pedro Anchundia.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, Pedro. Catherine Bermeo.
Hello, Miss.
Hello, Catherine, thank you. Alexander Castro.
Hi.
Hi, Alexander, thank you. Okay, Naila not here. Juan Carlos Cordero.
Good evening.
Good evening, Juan Carlos, thank you. Erika del Valle. Erika del Valle. Jessica Jimenez.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, Jessica. Luis Sarabia is just joined the session. Ángel Toaza. Zuley Vega.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, Zuley. Okay, I understand that Luis is joining the session. Luis, can you hear me? Can you please turn on your camera in order to pass attendance? No, Luis?
Hi, Miss.
Hi, Luis, thank you. Okay, guys, please, right now, I need your full attention, okay? So leave every other thing that at this point you are doing, because right now I'm going to talk to you about some of the guidelines for the final quiz, okay? If you let me, give me a second. Okay. I'm gonna briefly, I'm gonna start sharing my screen because this is loading and I need that this goes back to its normal form in order to let you know more about the instructions about the final quiz. So if you allow me just a minute, I'm gonna tell you more about this. Okay. I don't know what's happening, but anyway, I'm going to continue with the instruction I want to tell you about, okay? So remember that you have your Moodle platform, right? You have right here in the very first part, Alticia, then you have the link so you can access to the sessions of Zoom. Then you have the video classes, and right here you have this resource, right? This is a file, and right here you will find the instructions for the final quiz, okay? So you can have access to this as well. If you just click into this, you are going to be able to check this PDF file, okay? So once again, this is the final exam instructions. So as I have told you before, the final exam will cover 5 skills. Those skills are writing, grammar, listening, reading, vocabulary, and also speaking. And this is the ponderation on each of these components. The written quiz that that basically right here will include writing, grammar, listening, reading, and vocabulary, has a ponderation of 20%. In the meanwhile, the speaking quiz, the one that you will basically have to talk to me about some topic, the ponderation will be 80%. Once again, I'm going to say you this in Spanish so it's crystal clear. El examen final de inglés pretende cubrir estas habilidades. Se va a evaluar su writing, escrito, grammar, gramática, listening, el escuchar, reading, un texto en donde van a leer y analizarlo, y vocabulary, que es todo, por ejemplo, si les dicen who is your father's wife, ¿quién es la esposa de su papá? Entonces en ese caso sería, mi mamá, una cosa así, ¿verdad? Todo eso es vocabulario que lo hemos venido practicando. Y esto de aquí se va a cubrir en el examen escrito que se va a acceder desde la plataforma Moodle. Ahora, también va a haber el examen de speaking, el oral. Entonces, cada uno de estos exámenes, aquí en este examen, en el written quiz, que tiene una equivalencia de 20%, se va a cubrir todos estos temas. Mientras que el speaking va a tener una equivalencia de 80%, ¿sí? Se le da un peso mayor porque es una manera mucho más fiable de poder testear sus habilidades. Ojo, estamos en un nivel 1R. Yo no espero que el oral quiz, cuando ustedes lo den y yo se los tome, yo tenga del otro lado de la pantalla a un gringo o a una Adele o una Taylor Swift. Para nada, ¿no? Yo espero que el examen que den sea de un nivel básico de 1R. Así que ahí les veo unas caras de preocupaciones y por eso se los comento, ¿no? Porque yo sé que todavía nos falta, sí, ¿verdad? Estamos iniciando, pero como para que lo tengan claro, ¿no? No espero que hablen como la mija está hablando o como lo escuchan en los audios, pero sí que lo que se ha ido practicando, ustedes lo tengan en consideración. Now, each of these quizzes, right, the written quiz and the oral quiz, they will have different schedules, different dates. For example, the written exam date, it's on Friday, December 8th. So next Friday from 7 p.m. until 8:30, you will have to access to the Moodle platform and you will have to complete the written quiz in this date on this time, okay? Now, let me tell you something about the first part of the written quiz. So, as I was telling you before, the written exam will assess writing, grammar, listening, reading, and vocabulary skills. The exam will be conducted on the Moodle platform. El examen se va a llevar a cabo aquí mismo en esta plataforma Moodle, ¿no? Un día antes yo les voy a decir cómo acceder para que ustedes no tengan ningún problema. De todas maneras, en el examen van a estar así presentes. Yo voy a estar aquí para asistirlos con cualquier situación. So once again, the exam will be online. So it's not that you will have to go to Universidad Católica. No, you will have to stay just at your home, at your place work. That is up to you. You don't have to go to Universidad Católica. In order to take the written exam, you must be connected in this link of Zoom, the same session. Para poder dar el examen, ustedes van a tener que estar conectados a este mismo link, como se conectan a diario, perdón, 2 veces a la semana. So, since the exam starts at 7, my suggestion, so you can have like a good time in order to be prepared, join the session 10 minutes before at 6:50, okay? Of course, that the camera must remain on through the entire exam. Su cámara deberá estar encendida durante todo el trayecto del examen. No al inicio o no solamente en la mitad o al final, durante todo el examen. Entonces, están con una semana de anticipación para poder arreglarse con temas de energía, con temas de cámara, con temas de conexión, ¿no? No les estoy diciendo vayan a subir su plan de internet o cámbiense de compañía o consigan la computadora de último modelo, no, pero podemos ser recursivos y si sabemos que en nuestra casa o donde pensamos dar el examen no es el mejor lugar, buscar alternativas, ¿no? Prestarle a alguien por un par de horas, que son 90 minutos, para no tener problemas, porque al fin y al cabo van a ser ustedes los que se podrían ver afectados, ¿no? Entonces, por favor, organícense con tiempo. Well, this is something that probably you're going to be like, what is Miss Andrea talking about? But anyway, I'm going to tell you this. Students must or should be alone while taking the exam without anyone beside them to assist because the exam is personal. he tenido casos en donde hay dos personas haciendo el examen y el otro le está soplando, ¿verdad? Está ahí un familiar o algo, no es algo que nosotros deberíamos ver. Entonces, les menciono esto, ¿ok? So, this is part number 1 that will take place on December 8th. Do you have any questions about the written quiz? ¿Preguntas sobre el examen escrito? No questions? Okay. I'm going to continue with part 2. Okay, the part 2, it's the oral quiz. And as you can see, the ponderation, it's bigger, right? You can say that it's 80%. So now, the oral exam will be the previous day, a day before, December 7th. So from now, 1 week. Next week, next Thursday, we will have the oral quiz. So the oral exam will be conducted in an individual way. So right here, it's basically that you will, lo que yo voy a hacer es de que como ustedes se han fijado, ¿no? Estamos en ustedes ingresan a la sala y salen que están en la sala de espera, ¿verdad? Entonces, yo los voy a tener en la sala de espera y uno a uno los voy a ir pasando para que den el examen de manera individual, ¿no? Entonces, comenzaremos, por ejemplo, el primero será, ingresa Alex Ayauca, da su examen, lo pongo en sala de espera, porque igual ese día hay que tener algo de clases e instrucciones, y continúa con el siguiente estudiante, ingresa, termina su examen y sale a sala de espera, ¿ok? So, yo les voy a dar un horario, ¿no? Un horario sugerido, por ejemplo, si iniciamos ese día a las 6, de 6 a 6:05, Alex es el que va a tener que estar conectado. De 6:05 a 6:10 sería el segundo estudiante, ¿verdad? Estoy dando 5 minutos, lo cual es excesivo, porque el examen no va a durar más de 1 o 2 minutos. Son preguntas bastante concretas, que de hecho ya les voy a decir cuáles son las preguntas también. Okay, so this is what I was telling you before, right? Everyone should be connected at 6 p.m. and I will put each of you in the waiting room while the other student takes the oral exam, okay? That is the way that we will handle this. Now, you will have topics for this oral quiz. The first topic, you know, it's either each of one of these 3. It's not that I'm gonna ask you the 3 topics. No, only one. I can either ask you, hey, introduce yourself. And in this case, you will have to go, yes, my name is Andrea. I am 33 years old. I'm Ecuadorian. I live in Guayaquil. My address is Ciudad Celeste, and the career I'm on is lawyer. I'm going to be a nurse, right? What career are you following at this point? Or I can also ask you, what did you have for breakfast? Today for breakfast, I had some encebollado with orange juice, some plantains, or I had some pancakes, or I had some bologna. So you will have to tell me what did you have for breakfast. Ahora, si les pregunto qué desayunaron y da la casualidad que ese día no desayunaron, no me van a decir, I didn't have any breakfast. Obvio no, ¿verdad? Entonces, obviamente se los estoy diciendo porque me ha pasado, suena un poco como redundante, pero ha sucedido, ¿no? Entonces, como para que lo tengan en consideración. Es el vocabulario que hemos revisado. O un tercer tema que podría preguntarles, ojo, no es que van a ir los 3 temas. Un tema es el que les voy a preguntar. Talk about your family. So you will talk about my father's name, or the name of my father is Daniel. My mother's name is Zoila. She is 68 years old. She's an engineer. I live with my brother. My brother's name is Darío. He is 33 years old, and you can talk to me about your family, okay? So those are the three possible topics. So my recommendations for your oral exam is, once again, this is something that is so obvious, but I have to mention it anyway. Your camera must be on at all times, and it's not like this, right? Your face should be visible on the screen. Now, take a look at this. And I'm going to be really emphatic about this. This is an oral exam, not a reading exam. So my recommendation is speak. Don't read, because that has happened to me before. Es un examen oral, no un examen de lectura. Si ustedes leen de un escrito que ya tengan ahí, no es lo que yo estoy pidiendo. Y si yo veo que es así, por ejemplo, yo pregunto, ok, introduce yourself. I am Andrea, I am 33 years old, y comienzo a leer, pues me voy a ir con una pregunta que ni siquiera esté aquí para ver si de verdad eso que están ustedes diciendo es algo que conocen. Así que mi sugerencia es de que lo manejen de manera natural. Ojo, repito y soy clara en esto. No espero aquí que tenga al príncipe Williams hablándome y contestándome las preguntas, ¿verdad? Porque estamos iniciando. Entonces, por esa parte, si ustedes han sido activos en clase, han leído cuando les he pedido, han seguido las pronunciaciones, deberían ya poder tener una soltura. De todas maneras, vamos a hacer una actividad relacionada con esto mañana, a manera de práctica, como para familiarizarnos, ¿ok? Now, another recommendation is that you must listen carefully to my question, okay? So if, for example, I say, okay, Alex, let's go with your oral quiz. And I go, Alex, what did you have for breakfast? And let's say that Alex was not able to understand what I asked him. So Alex can go and say, Miss Andrea, can you please repeat the question? Ustedes pueden pedir que les repita la pregunta si no me escucharon atentamente, ¿no? Por favor, eso es importante porque imagínense que yo les digo, ok, Pedro, talk about your family. Y Pedro comienza a presentarse a él, ¿no? No está siguiendo la instrucción. Entonces, si no me escucharon bien, Miss Andrea, can you please repeat the question? Y yo se la repito, a la final mucho más enunciada, mucho más lenta para que puedan captar. Okay? Now, once again, remember that I have mentioned before that I take this as a reference to grade you, right? This is a rubric. Yo no los califico si me caen bien o me caen mal o cómo se han portado ni nada, sino que de una manera bastante imparcial, que es justamente con esta rúbrica, ¿no? Que las invito a que la revisen, porque aquí indica las áreas que se evalúan y el puntaje dependiendo a cómo lo hagan, ¿no? Son 5 áreas, cada una con 2 puntos, y en caso de que los 5 puntos los cumplan de manera bastante satisfactoria, pues tendrán sus 10 puntos, right? So you have organization of topic and tasks, language usage and vocabulary, pronunciation and enunciation. Esto es importante, chicos. Una cosa es pronunciación y otra cosa es enunciación. ¿Cuál es la diferencia? For example, let's see. Okay, let's see this word right here, right? Message. Message. ¿Verdad? Esa es la correcta pronunciación. Enunciación básicamente es donde yo le pongo el estrés, el acento, ¿verdad? Yo estoy diciendo message. El estrés sílabo va aquí en message. Es diferente a que yo diga message, right? Estoy pronunciándola en teoría bien, pero no estoy enunciándola de manera correcta, ¿no? O como que yo diga good evening y que estoy pronunciando bien, pero si no lo enuncio correctamente y digo good evening, obviamente es algo que no está bien dicho. Entonces, eso también se toma en consideración. Y acá hay otro rubric, que es del writing, ¿verdad? Nosotros hemos practicado writings en donde se los he calificado, de hecho aquí, con ustedes en vivo, y también el rubric será perdón, esto será calificado con una rúbrica, ¿no? Y estos son los temas que se van a abordar, ¿ok? So, do you have any questions about this? Questions? Everything is crystal clear?
La última parte, teacher, de la parte que dijo de los rúbricos.
La rúbrica, ok. ¿Cuál es tu duda?
O sea, usted dijo que iba a tocar temas de esa parte, no lo entendí. O sea, pensé que vamos a escribir algo frente a ustedes,
Sí,
pensé.
claro, hay una parte del examen que es el writing y que les van a dar una instrucción que también se le suele llamar prompt. Así, parece que en algún momento se los mencioné, ¿verdad? Permítanme y les comento. De hecho, podemos hacer una práctica de eso en este momento como para que sepan qué es lo que va a venir, ¿no? Déjenme irme acá.
Pero ese entra en el examen oral o en el escrito, porque lo está poniendo en la parte del escrito del oral. O sea, sería el viernes, es lo que entiendo, porque está debajo de la parte
Pero es que son
oral.
rúbricas. Simplemente los estoy poniendo las rúbricas del documento como para que vean en qué me voy a basar. ¿No? O sea,
Ah, ok.
ajá, sí, exacto.
O sea, eso es para el día sábado.
Sí, lo del writing es para el día sábado. Esto de aquí va incluido en lo de acá, como yo les decía que va a calificarse writing, grammar, listening. Entonces, lo que me refiero es que el writing, yo me voy a basar en la evaluación con esta rúbrica y el oral con la rúbrica de acá. ¿Ok?
Ok.
Ustedes en el writing van a encontrar algo así, ¿verdad? Van a encontrar write write a 100 words paragraph about your last holiday. Right? Esto de aquí se le conoce comúnmente como prompt. 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 Esto es como una instrucción, ¿verdad? Entonces, en primer lugar, yo para poder realizar esto, lo primero que debo de hacer es entender el prompt para poder redactarlo correctamente. En primer lugar, me indica que tengo un mínimo de palabras. 100 words, right? Entonces, si me dice 100 palabras, yo necesito alcanzar 100 palabras para que en primer lugar yo ya tenga por ahí una parte de la calificación asegurada. Si yo pongo 80, ya por ahí me estoy quedando corto. Si tengo 92, 90 palabras es aceptable, pero tienen que apuntar a esas 100 palabras. Punto 1. Punto 2. ¿Sobre qué se me está pidiendo? About your last holiday. Last holiday. En primer lugar, holiday, recordemos que es feriados, ¿verdad? Festivos. Entonces, ustedes pueden utilizar un holiday y fijarse de cuándo se los piden. Last holiday. Yo no les voy a hablar de la Navidad que está viniendo en las próximas semanas, porque eso es algo que yo voy a hacer. Y aquí se me está pidiendo un holiday que ya haya pasado. Entonces, por ahí aquí tengo que tener claro que tengo que escribir minimum 100 words. Second, write about a holiday. And third, past tense. Porque dice last holiday, ¿no? Entonces, tengo que entender en su totalidad qué me está pidiendo. Porque imagínense que yo veo holiday y comienzo a hablarles de mi familia o comienzo a hablarles de lo que desayuné. No tendría sentido. Por ahí ya estaría totalmente mal y en esa actividad no tuvieran calificación. ¿Sí? Entonces, si se les pide de esa manera, recomendación 1, cuando les toque escribir sobre algo, pónganle un título. Ya poniéndole el título, por ahí se van comiendo 3 o 4 palabras. Entonces comienzan y podrían poner my last holiday. Y ya ahí tengo 3 palabras. Yo sé que todavía faltan 97, pero algo es algo, ¿no? Y comiencen con un cuerpo apropiado de el escrito. ¿A qué me refiero? Un cuerpo apropiado, por lo general, debería tener una introducción, introduction, debería tener un body, que es el cuerpo, y tendría que tener una conclusion, una conclusión. ¿Verdad? Entonces yo podría poner, we can say closing instead. Closer, ¿verdad? Entonces, yo, obviamente esto es por temas de indicarles qué secciones deberían tener, pero no le van a poner introduction, body, closing, sino simplemente como para indicarles, ¿no? Entonces, podría ser mi sugerencia, les voy a indicar un tema. Hay ciertas palabras que a nosotros nos sirven a manera de conectores, ¿no? Por ejemplo, let me go and show you some of these words that can be really useful for you. Permítanme buscarlas porque son muchas, pero quiero darles las más básicas y las que pueden ser de mucha utilidad. Linking words. As you can see, you have many of this, but I'm going to tell you the basic ones, okay? For example, these are some of the ones that you can use. No, this is way too much. Let me go with this one. Okay, this is better. Look, order, right? Order. There you go. Para darle un orden a su texto. First, second, third, finally. Entonces ustedes podrían ir y enlistar de qué es lo que van a hablar. First, I'm going to talk about my last Christmas. Okay, digamos que van a hablar de su Navidad pasada, ¿verdad? Como yo aquí tengo que esto también me sirve para enlistar, voy a poner second, I'm going to talk about the food I ate for Christmas. Y utilizamos otro, finally, I'm going to talk about the presents I got for Christmas. ¿Ok? Entonces, ahí yo ya estoy enlistando y todavía ni siquiera he dicho nada. Estoy enlistando de qué es lo que voy a hablar. First, I'm going to talk about my last Christmas. Second, I'm going to talk about the food I ate for Christmas. Finally, I'm going to talk about the presents I got to Christmas. Entonces, como yo dije que primero iba a hablar esto, ya, esto de aquí sería mi introducción. Estoy introduciendo el tema, ¿verdad? Ahora voy con la parte del body. El body lo que se va a encargar es de básicamente desarrollar cada uno de estos temas que yo he puesto, ¿no? My last Christmas was amazing. I enjoyed the holiday with my mom, with my dad, with my brother, and with my sister. Y ahí hablé de este tema. Ahora voy a hablar de acá. Yo decía, second, I'm going to talk about the food I ate for Christmas. The food was, you can say, aquí puede ser que les suele pasar que cuando hablan de comida uno pone rich, porque dice, rico, pero no, rich en English es de adinerado, ¿verdad? Entonces, ahí la importancia de no traducir ciertas expresiones de español a inglés, porque simplemente no significan lo mismo. Si yo quiero decir que la comida estaba buena, yo puedo decir the food was good, o the food was delicious, right? The food was good. I had turkey, rice, and beans, a potato salad, chicken, pork, and a glass of wine. Ya, ahí ya está mi body. Otro más. Y yo finalmente dije que iba a hablar de los regalos, right? So, I can go with the presents. I could say, my father gave me an iPhone, an iPhone 15. I was so happy because the mobile is an amazing device. Oh, no, I can say gadget. Y ya ahí ya he cubierto mi parte del body, ¿verdad? Ahora, para cerrar, yo podría decir una frase de conclusión, ¿verdad? I had an amazing time with my family. I am really happy I shared that moment with all of them. ¿Verdad? Y aquí yo ya tengo mis palabras. Vamos a ver cuántas palabras tengo. Ok, 116. Me pasé, ¿verdad? Pero básicamente yo sé que ustedes han de decir, ok, o sea, la mía está escribiendo con tanta facilidad, pero se los estoy más que nada diciendo por temas de estructura, ¿no? Primero a considerar, nuevamente, leer el prompt, la instrucción. Es importante entenderla para poder a partir de eso comenzar a escribir. Segundo, respetar un orden, una secuencia, ¿verdad? Tercero, sugerencia, pueden ponerle un título, ¿verdad? Si no es que les diga sobre su last holiday y les está pidiendo que escriban sobre su familia, por ejemplo, podrían poner My beautiful family. Y ya ahí le están poniendo un título. Y por favor, estos de aquí, ¿verdad? Yo se los voy a poner de una manera más sintetizada, ¿verdad? Porque aquí están como que un poco extensos y no quiero confundirlos. Voy a buscar uno que sea mucho más resumido para agregárselos y que ustedes puedan escribir, ¿sí? Y que puedan tenerlo a la mano para poder practicar esto. ¿Ok? So, any questions about the writing part?
No, me hizo una pregunta.
Sí, cuéntame.
Con lo de Alticia, usted nos mandó un link y yo podía ingresar y estaba haciendo los ejercicios, pero antes de ingresar a la clase quise volver a ingresar para seguir haciendo, pero yo no pude. Y ahí me pide el correo, me pide la contraseña y no me sale. Pongo olvidar contraseña y según dice que me va a llegar, por ejemplo, un mensaje al correo, pero no me llega nada. Estoy desde hace casi una hora haciendo eso y no.
Ok, entendería que el proceso que hay que hacer no es que te va a llegar una contraseña, sino
Ujú.
que lo que haces es que ingresas nuevamente a Alticia y pones una contraseña nueva. Ya, eso es lo que entiendo que hay que hacer, porque a mí me pasó algo similar y te voy a decir cómo. Mira, a ver, el sitio web que sugirió Alfonso era este. Creo que era Alticia. Este de acá. Ok, es que yo ya hice eso y a mí ya me aparece, ya me permite ingresar. Entonces, no sé si pudieras escribir en el grupo para que a la final Alfonso te ayude directamente, porque a mí me sigue funcionando, no he tenido que volver a hacer eso. ¿Ok? Y
Ah, sí,
aprovechando
Miss.
que-
Lo que
ah,
pasa es que el link que usted nos mandó, yo ingresaba ahí y sí podía, o sea, me mandaba a mi plataforma y yo estaba resolviendo y todo eso. Y hoy día antes de ingresar a clases volví a hacer lo mismo, pero
ujú.
ya me salía, o sea, que no podía. Me pedía mi correo y la contraseña y ya no me
Pero
sale.
no tienes correo y contraseña.
Eh,
Debería ser la misma con la que ingresas a la plataforma Moodle.
sí, pero no me sale.
Ok,
Teacher,
entonces, please, escríbele en el grupo a Alfonso, porque él es el que, o sea, podría ayudarte si ya has intentado hacer eso y no te vuelve a salir, pues le puedes decir para que te ayude, ¿sí?
algo me pasó algo parecido a lo que le pasó a Zuley. Ingresé ayer anoche y me quedé haciendo hasta tarde, hasta donde más avancé. Y hoy que quise ingresar en la computadora de mi trabajo, ya me pidió un cambio de contraseña, ya me pidieron otras cosas.
Ujú.
Hice todo eso, me llegó el correo, pero al ingresar ya me salía como que desde cero,
Ya,
como que no había avanzado nada. Ahora vine ahorita a mi computadora, pero ya no me he metido.
no te has metido desde tu
No, pero ya llegué
computador.
justo a la hora justo llega la hora ya de la clase.
Ok, podrías intentar, porque no sé a qué se debería eso. Como les digo, o sea, hay veces que sí nos complicamos mucho y que a veces tenemos la respuesta ahí. Entonces, realmente me gustaría ayudarles. Sé que cada caso es particular, pero no siempre se sigue la misma ruta, ¿no? Entonces, tendría que decirles, ok, compártanme la pantalla, esto, porque si me presentan la situación de esa manera, como que me complica me complica un poco poderlos ayudar porque estoy a ciegas, ¿no? Es diferente que yo vea y de esta manera digo, presiona aquí, presiona acá. Entonces, sí me gustaría que ambos que tienen ese problema escriban en el grupo o le escriban de manera interna a Alfonso, ¿verdad? Porque si no están pudiendo avanzar, pues eso les está quitando tiempo y no sería lo ideal, ¿sí? Ahora, dentro de su plataforma Moodle, yo les he colocado el corte de el progreso que tienen hasta el momento. Yo sé que ustedes también lo pueden hacer, pero si quisiera revisarlo para que esto quede de manera bastante clara de cómo van en cuanto a su progreso. $28% en el caso de Alex. Veamos el caso de Pedro. Me parece que en tu caso, Pedro, todavía no has avanzado mayor cosa porque no me sale ningún tipo de porcentaje aún. Creo que recién es algo que lo has hecho, ¿verdad? El día de ayer, quizás por eso todavía no se refleja nada. En el caso de Catherine, 15%. No sé, no me aparece en el caso de... a ver acá. De Alex tampoco me aparece. Juan Carlos. Ajá.
Yo había hecho, pero solo avancé hasta un tiempo, pero según lo que vi, me faltaban los dos apartados, creo que era el de listening y otro más.
Ujú.
Pero ahora que estoy intentando abrir, me sale que ya expiró, me dice.
¿Ya expiró qué?
O sea, al momento de entrar ya me sale que ya expiró el tiempo y que no puedo continuar haciendo. Pero según hasta la fecha que avancé, me faltaban el listening y otro apartado más.
Ya, permítame.
Teacher,
Sí, cuéntame.
yo entré al link de Alticia y me sale así, ¿verdad? Yo le mando al grupo la foto.
Ya.
Me sale un pantallazo negro con unas letras arriba blanco.
Me parece que Alfonso va a ingresar. Permítanme para ver si nos puede ayudar. Ya, sí, va a ingresar. Por favor, a lo que ingrese lo vamos a hacer de manera ordenada ya para que él pueda solventar a cada una de sus inquietudes. Permítanme un segundo. Ok.
Andrea, ¿me
Hola,
escuchas?
sí, hola Alfonso, buenas tardes.
¿Qué tal? Buenas noches con todos. Soy el infopedagogo de la academia. Les quiero explicar el tema de Alticia, puesto que como está en mantenimiento, el enlace desde Moodle, la compañía nos ha pedido pues acceder de otra manera, mientras tanto, ¿no? Entonces, les voy a explicar cuál es el proceso. Usted va al navegador y simplemente va a escribir esta dirección. Se las voy a copiar en el chat, en un momento, en el chat de Zoom, para que puedan acceder. A mí me va a entrar de una porque estoy logueado, pero si yo no estuviera logueado, me va a pedir dirección de correo. Obviamente la contraseña no es la misma de Moodle. Entonces, lo más importante, porque ya he visto casos y casos, la dirección de correo es la de Moodle, no es la personal de Gmail, no es la de Hotmail, no es la de wanadu.fr, es la de ustedes. Entonces, vamos a ver, déjenme meter un momento. ¿Este curso cuál es? 3R.
1R.
1R. Si usted no sabe su correo, entra al curso y se pone en participantes. Y ve su correo. En algunos casos, si es el correo de la universidad, bueno, en su caso sí toda la universidad. Cuando es público externo, sí es correo de Gmail. Entonces, usted coge su correo, ya se buscó, se vio, y lo pone aquí. Y simplemente pone olvidé contraseña. No lo voy a hacer porque no sé si Pedro Anchunda ya hizo el reset. ¿Está Pedro Anchunda en clases?
Sí, ya lo hice. Verá, buenas noches, Alfonso. El día de ayer
Diga.
yo ingresé al link que nos mandaron al grupo y me envió directamente a la plataforma Alticia, pero no me pidió nunca correo. Y me
Claro,
dejó navegar y trabajar y todo eso. Hoy
ya,
quise entrar en la computadora, es mi trabajo, para avanzar un poco más. Ya me pidió esta parte de aquí. Al ingresar ya no
claro,
tenía ningún avance.
porque no es su máquina. Entonces, en este momento lo voy a ayudar porque una cosa es trabajar en mi máquina y otra cosa es cambiarme. Obviamente no están las cookies grabadas. En este momento me confirma, un ratito, voy a pegar, me confirma si le llega un correo en este momento.
Un segundo.
Puede buscar en el correo o en spam.
Sí, ya estoy buscando un ratito. Lo que pasa es que yo ya hice esa parte de ahí, pero ingresé ahorita a la computadora acá y efectivamente no tenía nada ya avanzado. Déjeme ver que ya estoy abriendo mi correo.
Ya.
No, no me ha llegado.
Ni en spam.
Ya estoy viendo. No, en spam. En antes sí me llegó, cuando hice por primera vez sí me
¿Pero qué
llegó.
contraseña le puso?
Ya, mi nombre al revés y 1987, eso fue lo que le puse.
Bien, su nombre
Porque
al
no me cogía
revés.
ni. Ajá.
¿Qué puso?
En vez de poner Pedro, puse Drope al revés.
Así, espérese.
Eh,
Ya.
sí, pero con
¿Qué
la D
más?
mayúscula.
Con la D mayúscula. Ok,
1987.
ya.
Ya.
Nada más.
Nada más, eso fue todo.
Ahí estamos adentro.
Pero ayer no me salió así, me salieron de
Pero,
otra manera y ya
pero,
pude avanzar.
a ver, voy de nuevo. Que se escuche usted mismo lo que está diciendo. Ayer trabajé en mi máquina, la de siempre, y pude entrar. Por supuesto, está guardada toda la información en las cookies. Hoy me fui al trabajo y ya no pude acceder. ¿Por qué? Porque no estoy trabajando en mi máquina. Entonces, ahora de aquí en adelante, si está en un cyber, si está en el teléfono, si está de viaje, con lo que me acaba de decir, no va a tener ningún problema en entrar.
Pero el avance que yo hice ayer ya no está.
El avance,
Podría
que
ser, te digo algo, podría ser que está en nivel misión B1. Ese nivel no debería ser el que estés trabajando.
correcto. Déjeme ver si sale el nombre de él. Un momento. Correcto. Está mal el nivel. Eso lo vamos a arreglar. ¿Cómo se arregla el nivel? Vamos de nuevo. Regreso. Entonces, si está en nivel 1, imposible que esté en la misión del nivel 5, porque esto es para los niveles 5 de la academia. ¿Qué es lo que se hace? Lo voy a poner en el nivel que le corresponde. El nivel que le corresponde, todos me atienden para que se den cuenta. El nivel 1 corresponde a 1-1. Valida. No pone que va a hacer la prueba porque usted ya tiene un nivel conocido y su nivel es A1. Cuidado, pone a 1 menos, que ese es para principiantes WatchAware. Pone simplemente A1. Valida. Y este es su plan de estudios. Me levantó. Alex, te escucho.
Disculpe, el proceso es para todos mismos, porque a mí me apareció una pantalla en negra y usted dice que es por el mantenimiento. Bueno, pero yo me registré con mi correo de Gmail y, o sea, hago el mismo proceso con el correo de la institución.
No, no, no. Vamos a revisar. Un ratito. ¿Cuál es usted?
Alex Ayau,
Lo hace con este correo de Moodle.
por eso.
Con este correo de Moodle. Porque
Ya.
las licencias fueron asignadas con este correo con el cual está registrado el Moodle.
Ya.
¿Alguna otra pregunta? ¿Creo que estamos? Sí.
O sea, los ejercicios que tenemos que realizar es en A1, ¿verdad? Nivel de misión.
Voy de nuevo. Nivel de emisión A1. Ese es el nivel 1, primer curso, que es el que están haciendo con la mija Andrea, que sería el curso 1R. Nivel de emisión. Y una vez. Aquí les pongo. Misión Alticia a 1.1. Así se va a llamar su curso ahora. Ya. Estamos haciéndolo así porque lastimosamente está en mantenimiento este enlace. Si yo le doy clic, me manda a esta página y no se enlaza. Por eso lo estamos haciendo a través del portal directo de Alticia, para que no puedan, para que no interrumpan su progreso. Cualquier cosa, cualquier información adicional, de algunos me han escrito, les pongo mi número en el chat. Ya está, ahí está el número. ¿Tiene algún problema? Me escribe nomás con toda confianza. Atiendo 24/7. Creo que ya estamos. Andrea, no sé.
Sí, creería que sí. Si no hay ninguna otra consulta, chicos. ¿No? Ok. Muchísimas gracias.
¿Listo? No, con mucho gusto. Éxitos. Chao.
Gracias, pasa bien. Ok, chicos, me parece que la explicación fue bastante clara. Así que, por favor, igual esto está siendo grabado. En caso de que necesiten revisar nuevamente este contenido, pues les sugiero que pueden ver el
Pero
video.
¿hasta cuándo tenemos para terminar la noticia?
Le hubieras preguntado a Alfonso, por eso les dije, lo hice ingresar. Yo le voy a consultar a él, porque anteriormente eso era algo que yo lo manejaba y yo lo dejaba hasta el día viernes, el último día viernes, pero él es el que hace el corte ahora. Entonces tengo que preguntarle cuándo va a hacer el corte, ¿sí?
Sí, porque ya entré vuelta ahí. Todo lo que hice ayer no me sale nada.
Porque estabas haciendo otro nivel, pues Pedro. Recuerda que cuando te dije que veas el video, se explicó ahí todo esto, ¿no? Ahora, otra cosa, esto viene desde la semana 1, estamos en la semana 7 y ahorita vas a iniciar a hacer. Entonces, también es algo que se los he venido repitiendo como lorito, ¿no? De que no solamente es ingresar a las clases de aquí, sino que eso de ahí no es solamente para completar ese 20% y ya, es necesario, o sea, practicar el inglés, sumergirse en el inglés, no solamente 4 horas por 2 días a la semana, ¿sí? Okay. Let's continue with the class. And right now, let's work on the platform. Okay, so right here you will find, if you want to double check the file that I was covering about the instruction of the English exam 1R, okay? Now, let me tell you something, okay? Please listen carefully, because in order to practice the oral quiz, tomorrow, our project, our activity will be this. We are going to practice the oral quiz topics, okay? So the activity for tomorrow is that the first thing that we will do after the attendance is that I'm gonna ask these questions to you, okay? For example, I'm gonna start and I'm gonna say, okay, Juan Carlos, please introduce yourself, right? And this is gonna be a practice for the final oral quiz. And also, this will be part of the grading project category. Remember that, once again, if you go to this slide, we have some grading categories. You can go to this file as well if you want to double check what I'm saying. Okay, this is what I was talking about, right? The grading categories, right here you have activities report of Alticia, 2 points, 20%. All of the Moodle activities, 20%. And the projects that basically this is the writings that you have been developing, the presentations, the videos. This is the project category. Tomorrow's activity, right? Tomorrow's activity will be considered also as a project. La actividad de mañana que vamos a emular o a simular el examen final de la parte de speaking va a ir dentro de esta categoría, ¿sí? Aparte de ser una simulación de lo que se va a calificar, les voy a dar una retroalimentación, también va a ir dentro de estos 20 puntos, ¿ok? Now, let's continue with our Moodle platform and the activities. So right now, we will continue with this unit that basically you guys already developed some of these activities, right? Give me a second because I want to double check. Yes, go ahead.
Disculpe, ¿qué unidades? Es que estaba viendo eso de Alticia, perdón.
Yes, it's unit 9B.
Gracias.
9B, correct. You guys already developed these two activities, okay. Right now, we will develop the next activity that is this one right here, correct, okay. So once again, if you guys miss my instructions, the unit that we are about to cover is 9B. Remember that you guys already developed some of these activities, okay? Last class, we were checking the difference between present continuous and present simple, okay? Now, the activity that we will develop right now is related to vocabulary, close. Is this one right here. Match the words and pictures. You guys already developed this one right here too. Okay, let me just check
Ya
this.
la mandé a hacer de deber, la de
Yes.
vocabulario.
Yes, I can see that. Thank you very much. Let me double check which activity. Okay, so is this one right here, 4B. Give me a second because I need to make this activity available. Okay, the activity that right now we will develop is this one right here. 4B, listen and answer the questions. Okay, so Erica, welcome. Erica, can you please read the instruction?
Listen and answer the question.
Correct. Thank you very much, Erica. Juan Carlos Cordero, can you please read the first question?
What kinds of clothes does Fat Face have?
Correct. Thank you very much. That is question number 1. What kinds of clothes does Fat Face have? Fat Face probably is a character, is probably a store, right? Right here, I'm referring to something that is not a person, probably. Now, Catherine Bermeo, can you please read question number 2?
What does Sandra do in the shop?
Correct. Thank you very much, Catherine. What does Sandra do in the shop? Number 2. Let's go with number 3. Luis Saravia, can you please read question number 3?
What does Sandra like about the job?
The job. What does Sandra like about the job? Job, for example, my job is being a teacher, right? That is my job, okay? Now, number 4, Pedro Anchundia, can you please read question number 4?
What doesn't she like?
What doesn't she like? Great pronunciation. Thank you very much, Pedro. Then we have question number 5, Zuley Vega.
What can Sandra do when she finish her work experience?
Correct. Thank you very much, Zuley. What can Sandra do when she finishes her work experience? Number 6, Jessica Jimenez.
Does she wear a uniform in the shop?
Correct. Great pronunciation. Does she wear a uniform in the shop? And the last one, Alex Ayauca, number 7.
Where are the clothes she's wearing today from?
Thank you very much, Alex. That is number 7. Where are the clothes she's wearing today from, okay? Now, that is the first thing that you should do whenever you have a listening activity. First of all, read the instruction. Understand the instructions. You have to listen and answer to these questions. Step number 2, go and hear, I'm sorry, go and read the question, understand the question, be familiar with the questions, and then, and only then, play the audio. Right now, I'm gonna play the audio, and you guys are not going to do anything. Just listen to the audio. The second time, we're gonna try to get the answers. Okay, so let's listen carefully.
3.59. Hi, Sandra. Tell us a bit about your experience. Where are you working?
I'm working in a clothes shop called Fat Face.
What kind of clothes does Fat Face have?
Well, clothes for men and women. Informal clothes. Trousers, t-shirts, sweaters, things like that.
What do you do every day?
Well, I help the customers to find the clothes that they're looking for. It's a big shop and it has a lot of things. People sometimes can't see the things that they want.
Do you like working there?
Yes, I love it. The people are really nice to me. I'm making a lot of new friends.
Is there anything you don't like?
Well, we can't sit down. We're standing up all the time, so that's quite hard.
But in general, you're happy?
Oh, yes. And when my 2 weeks finish, they say I can work here on Saturdays. That's great for me. I really like working in a clothes shop.
Do you wear a uniform?
No, we don't. We wear clothes from the shop.
Are the clothes that you're wearing today from Fat Face?
Yes, they are.
Okay, notice something. Right here we have Fat Face. Fat Face, what is Fat Face? Anybody was able to hear what is Fat Face? Anybody? Because we have the first question. What kinds of clothes does Fat Face have? Basically, Fat Face means cara gorda, right? We have Fat Face. But in this particular audio, Fat Face is referring to a shop, just as Zara, as Stradivarius, as H&M, right? The name of the shop is Fat Face in this case, okay? Now, let's hear the first part, because in the very first part, we have the answer, okay? I'm gonna play it in a slower speed so you can have the proper answer. So let's listen, okay?
3.59. Hi, Sandra. Tell us a bit about your experience. Where are you working?
I'm working in a clothes shop called Fat Face.
What kind of clothes does Fat Face have?
Okay, that is the question. Right now, we are going to listen to the answer. What kinds of clothes does Fat Face have? Let's listen.
Well, clothes for men and women.
Okay, so what's the answer for this? What kinds of clothes does Fat Face have? Erika del Valle. You want me to play the audio once again? Repeat the audio? Okay, let's go, okay?
Face.
What kind of clothes does Fat Face have?
Okay, now you are going to listen to the answer, okay? Let's listen carefully.
Well, clothes for men and women.
Were you able to catch that?
Men and women.
Yes, correct. Clothes for men and women. That is it, right? Sometimes you need to leave the fear behind and just try to listen carefully. So she said, well, we sell clothes for men and women. That is it. Okay, that is the correct answer. Let's continue. Great job. Great catch, Erika. Let's continue.
Informal clothes, trousers, t-shirts, sweaters, things like that.
Okay, any of you were able to catch any of the vocabulary or the clothes for men and women that they sell? She mentioned some kind of clothes. Let's listen, okay?
Clothes for men and women.
Okay, she says clothes for men and women. Right now, listen to the kind of clothes. For example, kind of clothes is t-shirt. You can have also skirt. You have shoes. All those are kind of clothes. So you are going to hear some kind of clothes right now. Let's listen.
Informal clothes, trousers, t-shirts, sweaters, things like that.
Okay, she mentions 3 of them. Were you able to catch any of them? Catherine, were you able to catch any of the kind of clothes that they sell?
Trousers,
Trousers.
trousers, sweaters.
Yes. And what else?
T-shirt.
Correct. T-shirts. Correct. T-shirts. Okay. Remember that trousers is the British term for pants. Okay. So there you go. Now that you know the answer, let's hear it again, right? What kind of clothes does Fat Face have? Clothes for men and women, such as trousers, sweaters, and t-shirts. Okay, let's listen.
Called Fat Face.
What kind of clothes does Fat Face have?
Well, clothes for men and women. Informal clothes.
She says informal clothes, like this. Informal clothes. And then she mentioned trousers and the remaining ones.
Trousers, t-shirts, sweaters, things like that.
Things like that, okay? Let's go with the next question. What does Sandra do in the shop? What's the activity that Sandra do in the shop? Okay, let's listen.
What do you do every day?
Well, I help the customers to find the clothes that they're looking for.
Okay, what does Sandra do? What does Sandra do? Juan Carlos, were you able to catch the answer?
Can you repeat?
Yeah, sure, I
Yeah.
can. Okay.
Trousers, t-shirts, sweaters, things like that.
What do you do every day?
Okay, now you're going to listen to the answer, okay?
Well, I help the customers to find the clothes that they're looking for.
Okay, did you catch that?
Help customer?
Yes, help the customers, right? She basically it's there helping to help the customers, and she say, help the customer to looking. Let me once again here.
Well, I help the customers to find the clothes that they're looking for.
To
Find
find the
clothes.
clothes, correct. They're looking for. Okay, basically, aquí yo estoy poniendo respuesta como tal. Si esto fuera una actividad de un examen, con que ustedes pongan help the customer, that is enough. That will be valid, okay? Now that we have the answer, let's listen once again. Help the customers to find the clothes they're looking for.
It's a big shop. Well, I help the customers to find the clothes that they're looking for. It's a big shop and it has a lot of things. People sometimes can't see the things that they want.
Do you like
Okay, now the guy is going to ask her what's the thing that she likes about the job. For example, if you ask me, Andrea, what do you like about the job? Well, I like that I can help the students, or I like that I can do it through the computer, okay? That is what I like about my job as a teacher. Now we are going to hear what Sandra, the girl that works in FatFace, likes about her job. Okay, so let's listen.
working there?
Yes, I love it. The people are really nice to me. I'm making a lot of new friends.
Okay, Suley, were you able to catch what she likes about the job? What does Sandra like about the job? Listen carefully.
People are really nice. They want.
Do you like working there?
Okay, now we are going to listen to the answer.
Yes, I love it. The people are really nice to me.
Okay, what does Sandra like about the job, Suley?
Yes, I like about.
Uh-huh. Okay, yes, she said yes, I like,
Yes.
right? But
Like.
what does she like? What is the thing that she like? I'm gonna play the audio once again, okay? Listen carefully.
There.
Yes, I love it.
Okay, right there, she's basically saying, yes, I like the job. But my question is, what specific things she likes about the job? And right now you are going to hear that. Listen.
The people are really nice to me.
Were you able to catch that?
Yes, yes, I like
The what? Yes, I like what?
Customers to visit their
Okay, she's saying, mira, si aquí a mí me preguntan qué le gusta a ella, yo no puedo contestar, yes, I like it, ¿verdad? Porque básicamente estoy poniendo lo que ella está diciendo, entonces no sería lo apropiado. Simplemente ahí nos está diciendo que sí, que a ella le gusta. A continuación de eso nos dice que le gusta. Y les voy a decir lo que dice, porque obviamente en el acento del audio se torna un poco más complicado entender.
And it has a lot of things. People sometimes can't see the things that they want.
Do you like working there?
Yes, I love it. The people are really nice to me.
The people are really nice to me. So that is what she likes about the job. She says that the people is really nice to her and she's making new friends. Okay, let's listen once again so you can follow the answer.
And it has a lot of things. People sometimes can't see the things that they want.
Do you like working there?
Yes, I love it. The people are really nice to me. I'm making a lot of new friends.
Is there anything you...
Okay, now let's hear the next part of the answer. What can Sandra do when she finishes her work experience?
You don't like?
Well, we can't sit down. We're standing up all the time.
I'm sorry, that is not the next one. Creo que borré las otras preguntas, permítanme, déjenme ver. Yes, there we go. So, the people is nice. And okay, so number 3 is basically what does she like about the job? What does she like? Number 4 is what she doesn't like, right? She doesn't like. Now let's hear that.
Friends.
Is there anything you don't like?
Well, we can't sit down.
Okay, what does she doesn't like? Luis. Luis Arabia? Sorry?
Sí, miss.
I'm asking you, what doesn't Sandra like about the job?
Repeat.
Okay.
To me. I'm making a lot of new friends.
Is there anything you don't like?
Okay, now you are going to listen to the answer, okay? Careful.
Well, we can't sit down.
Okay, what doesn't she like?
Creo que dance.
Dance? No. Alex Ayauca, were you able to catch what doesn't she like?
Can you repeat?
Yes, of course.
Is there anything you don't like?
Well, we can't sit down.
What is she saying?
We can't.
She says this, we can't, and she's saying something else. She's saying to sit down, correct. She's saying that she can't sit down, right? That is something that she is not enjoying. So she's saying she can't sit down. Okay, let's hear it once again.
To me. I'm making a lot of new friends.
Is there anything you don't like?
Well, we can't sit down. We're standing up all the time. So that's quite hard.
So she said, we can't sit down. We have to be standing up the whole time. So that is hard, right? That is difficult. Let's go with the next one. What can Sandra do when she finishes her work experience?
But in general, you're happy.
Oh, yes. And when my 2 weeks finish, they say I can work here on Saturdays.
So right here, this is a tricky one, okay? I'm going to tell you what is she saying. She's saying that when she's done with the job over there, she can work there on Saturdays. Okay, that is what she's saying, okay? She can work there on Saturdays. Let's go with number 6. Does she wear a uniform in the shop, right? For example, Catherine is wearing a uniform, right? The question right now is, does Sandra has to wear a uniform in the shop? Let's listen.
That's great for me. I really like working in a clothes shop.
Do you wear a uniform?
No, we don't.
Okay, Jessica, does she wear a uniform? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear it once again.
Great for me. I really like working in a clothes shop.
Do you wear a uniform?
Right here, it's the question, right? Do you wear a uniform? Now let's listen to the answer.
No, we don't. We wear
Okay, so yes or no?
No.
No, right? She said no, she doesn't wear it. Okay, no, she does.
clothes from the shop.
Are the clothes that you're wearing today from Fat Face?
Yes, they are.
Okay, now the last question is the clothes, I'm sorry, are the clothes that Sandra is wearing from Fat Face? La ropa que está utilizando Sandra es de Fat Face, del lugar de la tienda. Escuchen, al último.
Are the clothes that you're wearing today from Fat Face?
Yes, they are.
Okay, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, right? So where it's yes. Okay, just go with yes, okay? Now, guys, I know that probably this is quite difficult for you because the listening accent is not the same as mine, okay? But this is something that you need to practice. Just as you practice the grammar part, the listening skills are as important as any other of the skills, okay? I know that probably this is kind of challenging, but that is why you need to listen to me. That is the first step, right? Listen to me where I'm talking to you. If you are not understanding something, just let me know. Recuerden que la otra vez Pedro me dijo, Miss, usted siempre dice I'm gonna. ¿Qué significa? So, esos son buenas preguntas porque así ustedes se familiarizan con lo que yo les estoy diciendo, que lo utilizo bastante, porque siempre les digo, voy a abrir tal actividad, voy a hacer esta actividad, voy a pasar la lista. So that's why I keep telling you guys, right now I'm going to develop the next activity. Right now, for example, we are going to listen and repeat the words and sound. Remember, this is pronunciation, so please be really aware of this. Number 1, bird, bird. So right here, the words that sound similar to this sound are shirt, shirt, a skirt, t-shirt, right? Listen, the difference between shirt and t-shirt is, for example, this one right here that is a bit more informal, it's a t-shirt. But the one that Catherine is using is a shirt, is a bit more formal, okay? That is the difference between t-shirt and shirt. Then we have surf, serve, work, work. Next group of words, three, jeans, jeans, clean, clean, meeting, meeting, week, week. Next group of words, egg, 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 that is the sound. Dress, dress, sweater, sweater, breakfast, breakfast. Next group of words, chair. The sound right here, it's air. Wear, wear, repair, repair. Now, I'm going to play the audio. Please listen to the pronunciation because I'm going to ask you to repeat the words.
3.60. Bird,
shirt, skirt, t-shirt, serve, work,
Tree. E. Jeans. Clean. Meeting. Week.
egg, dress, sweater, breakfast,
Chair. Air. Wear. Repair.
Okay. So, let's see. Is not Alexander Castro right here anymore? No? Okay, Luis Sarabia, please go with the first group of words.
Beer, shirt, skirt, the shirt, shirt y work.
Okay, listen carefully and please repeat each of the words. Bird,
Beer,
shirt,
shirt,
skirt,
skirt,
t-shirt,
the shirt,
serve,
shirt,
work.
work.
Correct. Thank you very much, Luis. Pedro Anchundia, the next group of words, please.
G. Gym.
Listen,
Eh.
three, like T-R-E, tree.
Tree.
Correct. Continue.
Gym. Clean. Meeting. Wind.
Week. Correct.
Week.
Thank you, Pedro. Erika del Valle, the next group of words.
Egg, dress, sweater, breakfast.
Correct. Thank you very much, Erika. And last one, Alex Ayauca, the last group of words, please.
Shave, wear, repair,
Okay, listen and repeat, Alex, okay? Chair.
shave,
No, you don't say like chair. No, it's listen. Chair, like C-H-E-R. Chair. Correct.
shirt,
Wear.
wear,
Repair.
repair.
Correct. That is the sound. Okay. Thank you very much, Alex. Now, we are done with that unit. Let's continue with the next one. Okay. Let's go with unit 10A. Right here we have, I'm going to ask Alexander Castro, can you please read the title of unit 10A?
Is there really a monster?
Correct. Is there really a monster? So, Suley, I'm going to read the question and you are going to read the answer, okay? Suley, is there a TV?
No, there is, but there are some books.
Correct. No, there isn't, but there are some books, okay? So right here, as usual, we have 3 sections. In the grammar section, we will check, let me fix this. Okay, there we go. So in the grammar section, we are going to check the use of there is a, there's a, or there are some. Basically, this is something like to use like this. Hay un monstruo allá afuera. Hay algunos monstruos afuera. Hay una manzana en la refri. Hay algunas manzanas en la refri. That is the use of there's a and there are some. Okay, we're going to check that. Into the vocabulary section, we will check vocabulary related to hotels, right? Those places that you stay when you travel, and the use of the prepositions in, on, and under. And we also going to check some pronunciation. Now, in order to continue with this, as I was telling you before, let's go to our Moodle platform and let's click into Unit 10A. So right here, you have the first activity, vocabulary and hotels. Notice the pronunciation. No hotel, no hotel, but hotels, okay? That is the right pronunciation. So this is the first activity that right now we are going to develop. So please click in activity 1B. Okay, so Catherine Bermeo, can you please read the instruction?
1B. Look at the bedroom. Match the words with 1 to 5.
Correct. Great job, Catherine. Thank you very much. So right here, you have a bedroom, right? And you have 5 different numbers. You have number 1 right here, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. And right here, you have some words. You have a bed. Listen, a bed, a lamp, a lamp, a picture, a picture. Next one, a window, right? As the computer, right? A window. And the last one, the floor, the floor. So right now, I'm going to ask Jessica, according to you, which one is number 1 of all of these words right here?
A window.
Correct. Great pronunciation as well. So we have the first one, a window. Great job. Let's go with Luis Sarabia. Luis, what about number 2? Which one of all of these words is number 2?
Number 2, bed.
A bed. Listen, miren que al inicio yo les pronuncio para que, no porque como loca pronuncio, sino que procuren anotar la pronunciación, fijarse en eso para que puedan pronunciarlo bien. Okay? Thank you very much, Luis. So yes, number 2 is a bed. Let's go with number 3, Juan Carlos Cordero. What do you think is number 3?
Number 3, a picture.
Correct, a picture, right? Right here you have a picture. Great job, Juan Carlos. Let's go then with Pedro Anchundia. What about number 4, Pedro?
A lamp.
A lamp, correct. And of course, we have the last one. I'm going to ask Alex Ayauca. Can you please read number 5?
The floor.
Correct. The floor. Thank you very much, Alex. So number 2, 4, 3, 1, and 5. That is the correct order. Now, let's go to the next activity. And right here, it's pronunciation. So please pay really good attention to this, okay? First of all, we have a bed. A bed. Notice this word, a. I'm referring to only one bed, right? Instead of saying one bed, I say a bed. Number 2, this one right here, the one that you put your head on, a pillow. A pillow. Then you have number 3, this one right here, a table. A table. Also, I'm talking about only one table. That's why I use a table. Next one, Pedro already said it, a lamp. A lamp. Let's go with number 5. Right here, the thing that you have some, basically, you can see everything clear. A light. A light. Remember, Coca-Cola light. That is the pronunciation, light. Number 6, that thing that you can change channels, right? You can move from Teleamazonas to Ecuavisa, right? That is a remote control. A remote control. Number 7, once again, we have the floor. The floor. Number 8, a bathroom. You know, the bathroom, it's all of it. Where you go and you go to take a pee, then you go to take a shower. That is the bathroom. Then you have a bath. The bath is this one right here where you take basically a shower, right? A bath. Then you have the shower. This is the one that basically it's going to give you water, right? So once again, all of it is a bathroom. This one is a shower, and this one is a bath. Now we have a towel. Towel. When you are all wet, you take the towel and you dry yourself. A towel. Then you have the next one. This is a cupboard. A cupboard. As you can see right here, this is to keep your clothes on, right? A cupboard. So right now, I'm going to play the audio and listen to the pronunciation because I'm going to ask you to repeat the questions.
4.2 Hotels. 1. In a hotel room. 1.
A bed.
2.
A pillow.
3.
A table.
4.
A lamp.
5.
A light.
6.
A remote control.
7.
The floor.
8.
The bathroom.
9.
A bath.
10.
A shower.
11.
A towel.
12.
A cupboard.
Okay. Let's listen the last one, right?
12.
A cupboard.
Right here, you even have the pronunciation, right? It's a cupboard, a cupboard, something like this. Let's listen once again.
12.
A cupboard.
Okay, a cupboard, okay? So I'm going to ask Jessica Jimenez, can you please repeat from number 1 to number 3?
A bed, a pillow, a table.
Correct. Thank you very much. Great pronunciation. Erika del Valle, number 5 to number 6.
A lamp, a light, a remote control.
Correct. So this one right here, notice, a remote control, right? The stress syllable goes in control, a remote control. Can you please repeat it?
A remote control.
Correct. Thank you very much, Erika. Let's continue with the next one. Let's go with Alexander Castro, number 7 to number 9.
The floor, the bathroom, a bath.
Thank you very much, Alexander. Great job. Let's see, Alex Ayauca, can you please go for the remaining ones, number 10 to number 12?
A shower, a towel, a cup, hot.
Yeah, the last one is quite tricky, okay? Whenever you have these situations, you can always go to Google, right? So before going into this one, let's go with this one is a shower, not a shower, a shower, a towel, towel. Notice right here that we don't say towel, like 2 syllables, but towel, okay? Like this, towel, towel, something like this, towel, okay? Towel. Now, let's go with this one right here, that is cupboard. So we can go pronunciation. Right? So basically right here, you have ka, right? That is the first sound. And this one right here, it's so quick that you don't even have any vowels on. So listen.
Cupboard.
Cupboard, right? Cupboard. That is the pronunciation. If you want to make it slower.
Cupboard.
Cupboard, right? Ni siquiera tiene una vocal aquí, la segunda sílaba, sino que es súper breve. Cupboard. Cupboard, right? Like this. You can try to say it like this. Cupboard, something like this. Cupboard, okay? Cupboard, that is the pronunciation. A cupboard, it's similar to a closet, but cupboard is the pronunciation in British English. You can either say cupboard or you can even say closet, okay? It's the same thing. Let's go to the next group of words. So right here, remember that I talked to you about this pronunciation. Once again, if you want to know how to pronounce a word, just go write the word and add the word pronunciation. Take a look.
Hotel.
Hotel, right? And this one right here is the stress syllable. Hotel, right? Right here is the stress. Hotel. So right now we are going to listen some words on the hotel. So we have number 1, a swimming pool. A swimming pool. You can either say just a pool or you can say a swimming pool. Both of them are valid. Next one, a spa. A spa. You know what is that? Then you have toilets. Toilets, right? In American English, we say restroom. Restroom, right? You can either say restroom or you can either say toilets. Both of them are valid, okay? That is the same thing. American English, British English. Then you have a restaurant. A restaurant. We don't say a restaurant. No, that is Spanish. Once again, if you want to know how to pronounce this, you go with restaurant pronunciation. And then you have restaurant, right? We don't say restaurant, but we just said re. Right here we have the stress syllable, and then we have tran.
Restaurant.
Let's make it slower.
Restaurant.
Restaurant. Restaurant, right? Restaurant. That is the pronunciation. Let's go with the next one. This is an easy one. A bar. A bar. That is number 5, where you can have some drinks, right? Then we have a gem. A gem. A lift. Lift. This is the British term for elevator, right? Elevator. Then you have a gift shop. A gift shop where you buy the souvenirs, right? A gift shop. Number 9, a reception. No reception. Reception. A garden. A garden. And finally, a car park. So please listen to the pronunciation, and then I'm going to ask you to repeat the words.
4.3. 2. In a hotel. 1.
A swimming pool.
2.
A spa.
3.
Toilets.
4.
A restaurant.
5.
A bar.
6.
A gym.
7.
A lift.
8.
A gift shop.
9.
Reception.
10.
A garden.
11.
A car park.
Okay, let's go with the pronunciation. So, Luis, let's go from words 1 to 3.
Number 1, a swimming pool.
Okay.
Number 2, a spa. Number 3, toilets.
Correct. Nice thing saying number 1, number 2, and number 3. That is you practicing. So amazing job. Thank you very much, Luis, for that. Now let's go with number 4, Pedro Anchundia. Remember, Pedro, this one, it's a tricky one, right? Cuando yo les digo tricky one, like this, tricky one, es como que difícil, ¿verdad? Una difícil. So tricky is difficult, complicated, awkward, okay? So this one, it's kind of a tricky one. But remember, that is basically not restaurant. We don't say 3 syllables, but we try to say 2. Restaurant, restaurant. Okay, let's try. Okay, go ahead, Pedro. Number 4 until number 6.
Restaurant.
Yes,
Bar.
yes.
Gym.
Great catch, Pedro. Thank you very much. Let's continue with number 7 to 9. Juan Carlos Cordero.
Left. A gift shop. A reception.
A reception. Amazing. Great job, Juan Carlos. And finally, I'm going to ask Zuley, number 10 and 11.
Go.
A garden.
A garden. Y
Correct.
a car park.
Correct. Thank you very much, Zuley. Now, let me tell you something about this. Ground floor. Notice, ground floor is the floor of a building at a level street. Let me show you what is ground floor. So if you have, okay, this is a good example. If you have a building, right, you can go into the first floor, second floor, and the one that is on the street level, that is a ground floor, planta baja, okay? That is it. Now, this is the grammar part. So right now I'm going to ask you to, let me check something because I need, listen. Okay, we are going to do this one right here, okay? Number 2, grammar, there's a and there are some. So activity 2A is a listening activity once again. So we are able to practice our listening skills. So 2A, and I'm going to ask Alex Ayauca, can you please read the instruction? Notice that this is a thick, visto, and this one is across. Okay, go ahead, Alex.
Repeat, perdón.
Okay, look, the activity is on unit 10A, right?
No, sí, o sea, ¿cómo se decía los vistos?
Okay. Right here, you have it, look. Thick, thick, and cross. Notice the pronunciation, thick and cross. So go ahead.
Listen and take the things that the other as and cross the things in doesn't have.
Correct. Thank you very much. So right now, you are going to listen to Luisa and Eric. And Luisa and Eric are tourists on holiday in Scotland. Okay, you are going to listen about them. They arrive at Craigdartron Inn. So this is a hotel, right? This is the name of the hotel. Craigdartron Inn, right? Like Hilton Cologne, like Garden Inn. In this case, this is the name of the hotel. So you are going to listen and pick the things that the hotel has, and you are going to cross the things that the hotel doesn't have, okay? You are going to listen if they have a lift, TV, Wi-Fi, a restaurant, a bar, a good view, shops near. So shops close, any shop around. So let's listen. Once again, remember, now I'm going to play the audio. Just listen to the audio and try to understand as much as you can. And then and only then, in the second time that I play the audio, we are going to try to notice which one of these the hotel has and which one of these the hotel doesn't have.
4.4.
Hello. Do you have a room for tonight?
Let's see. Yes, there's a room on the second floor.
Great. Can we see it?
Of course. Come with me.
Is there a lift?
I'm sorry. No, there isn't. But I can help you with your cases. This is the room.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love it.
Yes, and there's a great view of Loch Ness.
The remote control for the TV is on the table.
Is there Wi-Fi?
Yes, there is. There's Wi-Fi in every room in the hotel. This is the bathroom. There's a bath and a shower.
Is there a restaurant? We're very hungry.
No, there isn't a restaurant, sir.
Oh.
But you can have dinner in the bar, or there are some pubs in the village.
Are there any shops near here?
No, madam. There aren't any shops near the hotel.
Oh.
Okay, thanks. I have one more question.
Yes, sir?
Is there a monster in the loch?
Well, some people say there is, and some people say there isn't. Enjoy your stay. Breakfast is at 8.
Okay, the owner of the hotel, he has a strong accent because he's from Scotland. O sea, el dueño o la persona que atiende el hotel tiene un acento muy fuerte porque es de Escocia, right? So that's why he's talking like, yes, madam, we have a lift, right? So he has like a really strong accent. Now, let's go with the first one, right? In the very first part of the audio, we are going to hear if they have a lift or if they don't have a lift. So let's listen.
4.4.
Hello. Do you have a room for tonight?
Let's see. Yes, there's a room on the second floor.
Great. Can we see it?
Of course. Come with me.
Now, right now, you are going to listen if there is a lift or if there isn't a lift. Hear it.
Is there a lift?
I'm sorry. No, there isn't.
Okay, so Jessica, do you think that you have a lift or there is no lift?
No.
No, correct. He says no, I'm sorry, there's no lift, right? Great job. Thank you very much, Jessica.
But I can help you with your cases. This is the room.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love it.
Yes, and there's a great view of Loch Ness.
The remote control for the TV is on the table.
Okay, Alex Ayauca, there is a TV or there isn't a TV? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, correct. He says right there is the remote control for the TV. So there is a TV, right? Let's continue with the next one.
Is there Wi-Fi?
Yes, there is.
Is there Wi-Fi?
Yes, there is. There's Wi-Fi in every room in the hotel.
Erika del Valle, there is Wi-Fi or there isn't Wi-Fi?
There is.
There is Wi-Fi, correct. He says there is Wi-Fi in every room of the hotel. Great catch, Erika. Now let's go with the restaurant. Let's see.
This is the bathroom. There's a bath and a shower.
Is there a restaurant? We're very hungry.
No, there isn't a restaurant, sir.
Oh.
Okay, Alexander Castro. There is a restaurant or there isn't a restaurant?
There isn't.
There isn't, right? No restaurant at all. Amazing. Thank you very much, Alexander.
But you can have dinner in the bar, or there isn't a restaurant.
Okay, notice that we are saying there is no restaurant, and then he's mentioning the bar. So let's listen.
We're very hungry.
No, there isn't a restaurant, sir.
Oh.
But you can have dinner in the bar, or there are some pubs in the village.
Catherine Bermeo, there is a bar or there isn't a bar?
There is.
There is, right? You have a bar, correct. Thank you very much, Catherine. Let's continue with the next one.
Are there any shops near here?
No, madam. There aren't any shops near the hotel.
Oh.
Okay, so Pedro Anchundia, what about shops near? I'm going to replay this part, okay? So you can tell me if there are shops near or there aren't shops near.
Or there are some pubs in the village.
Are there any shops near here?
No, madam. There aren't any shops near the hotel.
Okay, Pedro, so there are shops near or there aren't shops near?
There aren't shops near.
Nice, great pronunciation. So there aren't shops near. Now, we have the last one that is there a good view? And this is something that it's been mentioned at the beginning of the audio. I'm going to play it so you can notice that, okay?
Come with me.
A good view is, for example, if you go to Paris, to France, right? And you open the window and from your hotel, you can see the Eiffel Tower, ¿verdad? Digamos que van a un hotel en París, abren la ventana y ven la Torre Eiffel. That is a good view, una buena vista, right? So let's go with the audio.
Is there a lift?
I'm sorry. No, there isn't. But I can help you with your cases. This is the room.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love it.
Yes, and there's a great view of Loch Ness.
Okay, Juan Carlos, there is a good view or there isn't a good view?
There is.
There is, right? Loch Ness. So, okay.
There is
So
a good
I don't know if you guys listen, but they are mentioning about this term. They are saying Loch Ness, right? Notice once again this part of the audio.
This is the room.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love it.
Yes,
Okay, right there, he's going to mention there is a great view of the Loch Ness.
and there's a great view of Loch Ness.
Okay, so Loch Ness is basically el lago Ness, ¿verdad? Donde está la leyenda del monstruo del lago Ness. So, el lago Ness sí existe, ¿verdad? Lo que todavía no se sabe y hay muchas teorías es sobre el monstruo. So, at the very end of the audio, Eric is asking about the monster. So, take a look.
In the loch?
Well,
Question.
yes, sir. There aren't any shops near the hotel.
Oh.
Right
Okay,
there.
thanks. I have one more question.
Yes, sir.
Is there a monster in the loch?
Is there a monster in the loch? So he is basically asking about the monster of the Loch Ness.
Well, some people say there is, and some people say there isn't. Enjoy your stay. Breakfast is at 8.
So notice that, well, that is it, guys. Notice and check your answers. Cross, thick, thick, cross, thick, thick, and cross, okay? Those are the correct answers. Now, I don't know if you noticed that I kept asking you guys, is there Wi-Fi or is there, there is Wi-Fi or there isn't Wi-Fi, right? I was asking you that question. Let me,
Es una consulta.
yes, go ahead, Erika.
Todas las actividades que usted está haciendo, ¿nosotros también las debemos hacer? O como usted no nos dice que la hagamos, esas no las hacemos.
No, las que hacen aquí conmigo son las que tienen que registrar.
Pero la de ahorita del visto, debemos hacer.
Exacto, la de anterior también. Todas las únicas que no se puede registrar son cuando hacemos la pronunciación. Pero de ahí a cada una que entramos, ustedes tienen que ingresar y hacerlas. ¿Ok?
Ya, listo, gracias.
Okay. So once again, I was asking you, okay, guys, there is Wi-Fi or there isn't Wi-Fi? I Wi-Fi or no I Wi-Fi, okay? So right now, I'm going to tell you about the use of some and any, okay? This is a lot of grammar, a lot of content that right now I'm going to try to explain you this, and then we are going to try to basically practice, okay? So you have the words some and any, okay? First of all, you have to understand that whenever you say a, it's what is a singular. Remember that right here in the Moodle, we were saying a bed, right? One bed, a bed, a pillow, a table. Yo utilizo este artículo que se llama a, bed, cuando yo me refiero a una cama en general, ¿verdad? Si yo dijera the bed, la cama, me estoy refiriendo a una cama específica. A la final me estoy refiriendo a la cama de mi cuarto, the bed. Pero cuando yo digo a bed, es como una cama en general, right? So a bed, a pillow. So all of this right here means one, okay? One general object. So right here you have the rule, right? Whenever you have a plus a singular countable noun, a bottle, a table, a student, a teacher, a cell phone, a computer, right? I'm talking about one. Now, notice something that sometimes we don't use a, but we use an. It's because we have a vowel sound. What I am talking about? Look, right here we have bottle. Ba, a, B, ¿verdad? Comienza con B. Entonces, como comienza con B, yo voy a decir a bottle, a picture, a student, a cell phone, a computer. Todos esos inician con consonante, entonces yo pongo a. In this case, I have the sound apple, elephant, orange. So in those cases, I'm going to use an instead of a. So for example, I say a computer. Because the sound is a consonant sound, I will say a computer. But for example, in this case, if I have orange, orange, this is a vowel. So right here, I will have to say an orange. Another example, if I have elephant, elephant. So this is a vowel. I need to say an elephant, okay? That is the difference between a and a. Now, let's continue. We use some and any whenever we talk about plural countable nouns and plural uncountable nouns. Nosotros tenemos sustantivos contables e incontables, ¿verdad? Yo puedo contar una manzana, pero no puedo contar, por ejemplo, agua, ¿verdad? Puedo contar litros de agua, pero no el agua como tal. Entonces, esa es la diferencia entre contables e incontables. So, take a look right here. Whenever we have affirmative, we are going to use some. Por nada del mundo, cuando yo estoy refiriéndome a algo afirmativo, voy a utilizar any. No, siempre es some. There is some cheese in the fridge, right? There is some fridge. I'm sorry, there is some cheese in the fridge. But if I'm talking about negative, I'm going to use any. There isn't any cheese in the fridge? And if I want to ask question, I'm also going to use any. No voy a decir, is there some cheese in the fridge? No. Is there any cheese on the fridge? Okay. So, some, basically, algo de, algunos de, o unos de. Y any significa nada de, algo de, en negativo, o ninguno de. Okay. So, for example, right here, you have, I need some apples. This is affirmative, right? Because it's affirmative, I'm going to use some. This is negative. So because this is negative, I'm going to use any. The coffee needs some sugar. Once again, this is affirmative. So according to the rule, I go with some. I want some water. Once again, affirmative. There aren't any students. Negative. So I'm going to use any. Remember, you can only use some for affirmative sentences. For negative and questions, you use any. So let's see. If I tell you this example, let's see. Okay, so right here, take a look. We either have two options. We can go with any or some. So we have, there isn't sugar in the cabinet. There isn't sugar in the cabinet. So, Luis Sarabia.
Any.
Any. Can you please turn on your camera, Luis? Thank you very much. So, yes.
There isn't
Okay, continue.
any sugar in the cabinet.
Correct, great pronunciation. So right here, Luis is saying that it's any because this is a negative sentence, right? Let's see another one. Okay, once again, we have two options. Okay, so we have, is there food at home? So, Jessica, which one do you think is the correct one? Any or some?
Some.
Take a look. We have, is there food at home? And this is a question.
Any.
Correct. Remember, if we have questions or negative, we use any. Okay? Any. Let's see another example. I eat oranges every day. So we, again, have the two options. I eat oranges every day. So, Suley, which one do you think is the correct one? Some or any?
Some.
Correct, because it's an affirmative sentence. Great job, Suley. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, this is the expressions that we were using before. There is Wi-Fi, there is a television, there is a lift, right? Those are examples from the previous exercise. So, we use there is and there are to say that something exists. Okay, Alexander, can you please read once again this description?
We use there is and there are to say that something exists.
Correct. Thank you very much, Alexander. So take a look right here. You have some monsters, right? These are monsters too. So you can say there is a monster, singular, and there are some monsters, plural. So basically you use this, there is, whenever it's only one object for singular. And we use there are whenever you have many objects and it's plural. So for example, right here, taking this example, you can say there's a monster. You probably you have there's a monster because this is affirmative, right? You can also ask the question, is there a monster? Hay un monstruo. Hay un monstruo. Yes, there is. Sí lo hay. No, there isn't. No, no lo hay. Okay. So you have the contraction there's and the full form is there is. Okay. Notice the difference on the pronunciation. There is two words. There's a monster. There's a monster. Okay, so you use there is for a singular nouns. Now let's see the next one. There are some monsters. There are some monsters. We use there are whenever we talk about many objects for plural. And you can also use it for questions. Are there any monsters? Yes, there are. No, there aren't. And right here, you also have the contraction, right? You can either go with the contraction. No, right here in this, I'm sorry. In this case, we only going with the full form. There are, okay? That is the only one that we will use. There are, right here, there is or there's, and right here, there are, okay? This is part of the explanation that you will also see on your Moodle. Right now, I'm going to ask Catherine. Catherine, can you please read the singular way of there is?
There's a TV. There's a shower.
Okay, can you continue with the negative one, please?
There isn't a phone. There isn't a bath.
Amazing. Great job, Catherine. Thank you very much. Alex Ayauca, let's go with the question and the answer.
Is there a TV? Yes, there is.
Okay, the next one, please.
Is there a bath? No, there isn't.
There isn't.
Isn't.
Correct. Thank you very much, Alex. Now, let's continue with Pedro. Pedro Anchundia, let's go with the plural form.
There are two people. There are some. There are two bags. There are some pictures.
Correct. Can you please go with the negative one?
There are any towel. There are any book.
Correct. Remember that this word, I mean, once again, it's kind of tricky, difficult, right? Challenging. So you go towel, towel. That is the pronunciation, okay? Let's go with Luis Sarabia. Can you please read the question and the answer, Luis?
Are there any picture? Yes, there are.
The next one, please.
Are there any towels?
Towels.
Towels. No, there aren't.
Okay, thank you very much, Luis. Okay, so right now let's practice this, okay? Because the next activity, it's related with the use of any, some, or a, okay? So let's see. We already did this one right here. And well, right here, there is the same explanation that you got on the notes. And this is the activity that we will develop right now. Grammar Bank 1A. Let's see it. Okay, so right here you have three possible options, okay? Juan Carlos Cordero, can you please read the instruction?
Grammar Bank 1A. Complete with a, some, or any.
Correct. Thank you very much, Juan Carlos. So right here, you will have to choose either some, any, or a. So in order to know that, you will need to take a look on the sentence. Take a look, for example, right here. We have, there aren't cars in the park. So if we go to our class notes and we go to the rules, you are going to notice that we use some for affirmative sentences, we use any for negative sentences, and we use any for questions. So right here, I have, there aren't cars in the park. My question is, which one is the correct word? Some, any, or a?
Any.
Any, correct, because this is negative, okay? This is negative. Okay, another thing that you should consider, remember that you use a whenever you are only talking about one thing, right? Take a look. For example, right here, you're talking about cars, plural, many cars, 2, 3, 4 cars. Right here, you're talking about pillows. So you're talking about 2, 3, 4 pillows. Right here, you're talking about sauna. Only one sauna. So which one do you think is the correct answer in this case? Some, any, or a?
Any.
Remember, remember something. Any, we only use it in negative sentences, okay? Some we use in affirmative sentences, but when we have plural nouns, okay? I'm gonna explain this once again, okay? Because again, this is a new topic and probably you are finding this challenging. So a, we use for singular noun. We're talking about only one noun. For example, there's a dog at my house, okay? There is a dog at my house. I'm talking about only one dog, okay? Now, let's say that I'm not talking about one dog, but I'm talking about 3, 4, many dogs, right? So if I say, there are some dogs at my house, right here, I'm going to say that some, it's for plural nouns, and I'm referring to affirmative sentences. I have many dogs, 2, 3 dogs, plural, nouns. So in this case, I'm going to use some because this is an affirmative sentence. Now, let's say that I'm talking about that there is no dogs at my house. Any, it's for plural nouns that in negative. And also it can be for questions. Let's take a look. For example, you can say, there aren't any dogs at my house. And if I want to ask a question, I can say, are there any dogs at my house? Are there any dogs at my house? So notice, it's whenever we're talking about only one thing. There is a dog in my house. There is an orange at the fridge, on the fridge. There is a pen in my hand. I only have one pen, right? There is a pen in my hand. Then you have some. If I have 2 pens, right? In this case, I'm going to refer to some. There are some pens in my hand, right? There are some pens in my hand. Now, I don't have anything in my hands. So there aren't any pens in my hand. Or if I want to ask you guys, are there any pens in my hand, right? So this is something that you have to consider. Now, once again, going into number 4, I have number 3, there's sauna in the spa. Notice that sauna, I'm talking about only one sauna. So which one do you think is the correct one right here? Some, any, or a? Correct. Okay. Now, you guys are going to do the exact same thing with the remaining options, okay? Let's have 3 minutes to do this, and then I'm going to ask you to tell me the right answers, okay? Let's have 3 minutes. Luis Arabia, please, your camera needs to be on. Thank you. Okay, so number 1 and number 3 are already done. So Luis Sarabia, can you please go with number 2?
Number 2. There are some pillows in the cupboard.
Cupboard, correct. Yes, some pillows. So we have plural, and because of that, some is the correct option. Amazing job, Luis. Pedro, number 4.
Are there any shade in the garden?
Correct. This is a question. So whenever we have a question, we have to use any. Thank you very much, Pedro. Let's continue with Zuley Vega, number 5, please.
Yeah, TV in the bar.
Is there any TV in the bar?
Correct. Is there, okay, no, take a look. So is there, we're talking about only one TV, Zuley. So which one?
Is there a TV in the bar?
Correct. So remember that we only use any or some for plural, right? Whenever we have 2 objects. Thank you very much, Zuley. Jessica Jimenez, number 6.
There isn't a table in the bedroom.
Correct. There isn't a table in the bedroom. We are only talking about one bed, but one table. Because of that, I is the correct answer. Great catch, Jessica. Thank you very much. Let's continue with Juan Carlos Cordero, number 7.
There aren't any windows in my room.
There aren't any windows in my room. Amazing. Thank you very much, Juan Carlos. So we're talking about plural and negative. Any is the correct option. Answer. Catherine Bermeo, number 8, please.
There are some shops in the hotel.
Correct. Great pronunciation. Thank you very much. So we are talking about shops, plural, and it's an affirmative sentence. So some is the correct answer. Alexander Castro, number 9.
There are a nice t-shirt in the gift shop.
Okay, notice something. First of all, this is a plural, right? So a is not an option. So we either have some or any. Remember that we use some for affirmative sentences. This is affirmative, this is affirmative. We use any for negative sentence. This is negative. This one, it's negative. So in this case, Alex, we have, there are nice t-shirts in the gift shop. My question, Alexander, listen. Is this an affirmative sentence or a negative sentence?
Affirmative.
Affirmative. So which one will be the correct answer?
There are some.
Correct. There are some nice t-shirts in the gift shop. Thank you very much, Alexander. And finally, number 10, Erika del Valle.
Are there any restaurant in the village?
In the village, como el mall que hay en Sambo, ¿verdad? El village. So that is the same thing, the village, okay? Thank you very much, Jessica. I'm sorry, Erika. So let's continue. Save this, right? Register your progress, and let's go to the next activity. So the next activity, it's also related. Okay, the next one is related with pronunciation, okay? There are some words that we already practiced before, such as chair, air, That is the sound that we are going to have in the next words. Chair, air, there, where, airport. Notice something, guys. These two words, they sound exactly the same. These two words, they sound exactly the same. Listen.
4.7.
Chair, air, there.
Notice, it's the same pronunciation. There and there. Same thing right here. Where and where.
Where.
See? So probably you're gonna be saying, okay, miss, but how do I know which one is the one that I'm listening? I've been telling you this before, because of the context, right? Because if I say, I wear trousers for work, so in this case, I'm talking about this wear, right? I wear, yo uso, I wear. But if I say, where do you live? It's this different word, donde, right? I wear trousers for work. Where do you live? It's the exact same pronunciation, but the context is the one that will tell me which one is which, okay? So chair, air, there, where, airport. Next one, ear, here, beer, year, near. Okay, let's listen. All of them.
4.7.
Chair, air, there, where, airport,
Ear, here, beer, year, near.
Okay. Alex Ayauca, can you please repeat the first group of words?
Chair,
Listen, chair, okay? Okay, let's go with the next one.
there,
All right.
baby,
No, it's the same thing. Look, this one is there, and this one is the same. There, okay? Go ahead. Once again, Alex.
there,
like D-E-R, there. Es la misma pronunciación. Esta y esta es lo mismo. There, same pronunciation. Okay, go ahead once again, Alex.
there.
No, mira que estás pronunciando diferente. Es exactamente la misma pronunciación. Esta de aquí es cuando yo digo there is, ¿verdad? There, y acá se pronuncia exactamente igual a pesar de que se escribe diferente. There y there. Okay, go ahead, repeat it.
There.
No, pero a ver, es la misma pronunciación, no cambia.
There.
Ya, lo mismo. Aquí yo digo there y acá también digo there, tal cual. No, aquí te podría engañar que hay una E y R, ¿verdad? Y yo digo there, pero no, eso lo estoy leyendo en español. En inglés no cambia. Una vez más, Alex. This one right here, there.
There.
This one right here, there. Okay. Now, the next one, where.
Where.
This one right here, the exact same thing. Where.
Where.
No, es lo mismo, mira. Estas dos se pronuncian igual y estas dos también. Where y where. Exactamente, no where, no. Where y where, la misma pronunciación. Okay, go ahead, Alex. Where.
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 Correct. The last one, airport.
Airport.
Escucha que yo no hago el sonido de la I, sino air, E-R, airport.
Airport.
Airport, correct. Thank you very much, Alex. So once again, all of you guys listen. There, where, airport. Airport. Now, let's hear the next one. I'm going to repeat them so I can ask you to repeat the words. Ear. Ear is this, right? Ear. Here. Beer. Year. Near. Okay, so let's see. Jessica, can you please repeat the second group of words?
Ear, here, beer, here, near.
Yes, this one right here is year.
Year.
Year, correct. Thank you very much, Jessica. Okay, so let's see. This activity right here, guys, this one right here, you guys are going to develop this as a homework, okay? I'm going to send this through the chat so you can remember that you have to develop this until tomorrow's class, ¿verdad? Tienen plazo hasta mañana que comience la otra clase para hacerlo. Es una actividad de grammar para que la practiquen. So let me send this. Oh. So I'm going to go with unit 10A, okay? And that is the activity. Now, let me go with the next activity right here, okay? Vocabulary and speaking in, on, under. Let me tell you something about this. Okay, that is the last activity of Unit 10A. Unit 10A. So notice something. You have three pictures right here, okay? You have a picture, this is a box, un cajón, un cartón, a box, and you have a bowl, right? A box and a bowl. So right here you have all of these prepositions. Notice that right here, the bowl is inside the box, okay? In this one, you have the box and the bowl is on the surface. And in this one, you have the box and the bowl is it's below, okay? So you have these three words and you use it whenever you can put something inside a thing. For example, I have this mug, right? Esta taza. And if I go and I put water in the mug, right? It's inside the mug. So for example, in this one right here, the bowl is in the box. Está adentro. Yo utilizo in cuando yo puedo poner ese objeto adentro de un artefacto. In. Now, you have the expression under. under. Under is whenever you put something below. For example, this is a train, right? And I'm putting the pen below the train, right? I'm putting the pen under the train. So, for example, right here, I have the ball under the box, okay? And I use on whenever I can put the object on the surface. For example, if I have, let's see, another thing that I can have right here. Let's use the mug once again, okay? Let's say that I do have the mug, right? And I'm not putting the water in, but I'm putting this napkin on, right? It's on the surface. So because of this, it's on, okay? So in whenever you can put something inside, on whenever you can put something on the surface, and under whenever you can put something below, okay? That is the difference with each of them. So please click into finish the temp so we can continue with the next unit, okay? We are going to go to unit 10B. And of course that right here, probably we won't be able to make a lot of progress because it's already 9:14, but let's try at least to go with the introduction, okay? So let's see, Pedro Anchundia, can you please read the title of unit 10B?
Before they were famous and after.
Correct. Great pronunciation, Pedro. So before they were famous and after. So Luis, I'm going to read the question and you will read the answer. Okay? Luis, where were you?
Is a grammar?
You only have to read this. Just read this. Read. Read.
Leer. Estoy en unidad 10, 10B, pero...
Look, Luis, I'm reading this. You read this. Where were you?
1B, can you guess the first jobs?
Ok. Luis, simplemente te estoy pidiendo, yo leo esto y tú lees esto. I read this question and you read the answer. Okay, Luis, where were you?
I was at home.
Okay, thank you very much. Fíjense algo, chicos. Aquí hay otra palabra que se pronuncia igual a las que pronunciamos hace rato con Alex Ayauca, ¿verdad? Decíamos where, ¿de dónde? Where, de usar. Y este where, que es auxiliar, también se pronuncia igual. Where, okay? Now, in this unit, we will cover a tense, right? Vamos a cubrir un tiempo verbal. And that tense is simple past or past simple, the verb to be. Into the vocabulary section, we will check in, at, and on. And into the pronunciation section, we will check the pronunciation of was and where and the sentence rhythm. Okay? Now, we have the first activity. I'm sorry, I make it way too far. So let's go with 10B. Okay, this is the activity that right now we will develop. Okay. Catherine, can you please read the instruction?
1B. Can you guess their first job?
Correct. Thank you very much, Catherine. Remember that jobs is what you do for your living, right? In my case, my job is being a teacher, right? So can you guess? Guess, it's whenever you're trying to identify. I can say, okay, can you guess what is inside this box? Can you guess? And probably Erika is gonna say, you have some money in that box. And probably Juan Carlos is going to say, oh, I think that you have some mints. Okay, guess, adivinar. Can you guess their first jobs? Okay, and you have Lady Gaga, she's a singer. You have Brad Pitt, he's an actor. You have Pink, she's also a singer. And you have Russell Crowe, he is an actor. So right here, there is no logic. You have to guess. Aquí no hay lógica ni nada. Es simplemente adivinar, okay? But let's read it. And we are going to read this before we actually guess the names, okay? So Erika, can you please read what I'm highlighting right now from there until restaurants?
There are big names today, but many celebrities.
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 Correct.
Their jobs were in fast food restaurants.
Correct. They're big names today, but many celebrities' first job were in fast food restaurants. Fast food restaurants are McDonald's, Wendy's, all of those are fast food restaurants, okay? And take a look. You have, for example, and right here you have two names, right? You have to choose two celebrities. Notice something. You have waiters, okay? Remember that a waiter, it's, that guy that goes around the restaurant and it's giving you the drinks, it's giving you the food, right? That is a waiter. I'm sorry. Let's go right here.
Salonero.
Perdón.
¿Qué era salonero? Mesero.
Exacto. Yeah. Mesero, diría yo. Give me a sec. Okay. So right here you have what's the role of a waiter. So you know that is a waiter, but that is basically a waiter. It's a man, right? If you talk about a waitress, you're talking about a woman, right? Waiter, it's for men, and waitress, it's for women. So we have, for example, these two celebrities, celebrity 1 and celebrity 2, were waitresses. So which one do you think are the ones right here? Which one are the answers?
Lady Gaga y Pink.
Correct, right? Because those are the only two women. So amazing job. Lady. Okay, let's go with capital letters because those are their names. Lady Gaga and Pink, right? So right here, I think that this is something that we have to guess, right? Right here we have a name, and I will say, because of the space, because of the gap, probably this is the one that has a longer name, ¿verdad? Aquí a la final, la adivinar, sin tener idea, tengo un espacio más grande para un nombre más amplio. So which one do you think goes right here? Brad Pitt?
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe, right? It's longer. So we go Russell Crowe. And right here we have Brad Pitt, okay? So now that we have the answers, I'm going to ask Alexander Castro, can you please read what I'm highlighting from Lady Gaga onto waitresses?
For example, Lady Gaga and Pink were waitress.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Alexander. So let's see. Jessica, can you please read the remaining text?
Russell Crowe was a way and DJ and Brad Pitt was a kitchen standing in the street to attract questions.
Okay, you know what this means? Says that Brad Pitt was a chicken standing in the street to attract customers. Let me show you what Brad Pitt's first job was. Chicken, attracting, let me check, attracting customers. Let's say no, let's see, I don't know how to find this. Básicamente, Brad Pitt se disfrazaba de pollo, ¿verdad? En una cadena de comida rápida y se ponía afuera a invitar a la gente que ingrese al local. So that was Brad Pitt's first job, right? So that is something that I didn't know. So notice something, guys. You have, before they were famous, their first jobs were, once again, right here you have was, okay? All of this are part of the verb to be. Estos son el verbo to be, pero el verbo to be en pasado. And that is the topic that right now we are going to briefly cover, okay? Because once again, it's already 9:25. So I'm going to try to be as brief as possible, okay? I'm asking you, please pay really good attention to this because this is a tense, and you know, you have to be careful with some of the rules right here, okay? So remember that we have been covering present tense. We use present tense whenever I talk about something that I do daily. Example, I teach English on Thursdays and Fridays. Ahí utilizo el presente simple para decir una rutina, algo que hago a diario. Yo enseño inglés los jueves y los viernes, okay? But we use the past tense whenever we want to talk about past completed events, okay? Cuando hablamos de eventos que ya están completados y están en el pasado. Por ejemplo, alguna casa que se construyó, algún hecho que se dio en la historia, okay? So, we have an structure for this, okay? Whenever we use past tense, we are going to, in this case, use the verb to be in affirmative. So the structure will be subject plus the verb to be. It can be either was or were. Was will be with he, she, it, or I, and where will be for they, we, and you, okay? And then you will use the complement. Marta was upset. Upset is like be mad, right? Like you are not happy. Marta, it's equals to a she, so we use was, right? You were happy. Nick was at home. Bob and Anna were together. Recuerden algo que pasa con el presente, no con este, con el presente simple. Yo lo utilizo para también indicar mi estado de ánimo. I am happy. Yo estoy feliz, ¿verdad? O para decir a la final a qué me dedicaba antes yo. Digamos que yo antes no era profesora, sino que era estudiante. I was a student, ¿verdad? Mi antigua ocupación era esa. Entonces, lo mismo sucede acá. Cuando yo utilizo presente es para hablar de mi nacionalidad, de mi edad, de mi estado de ánimo. Cuando lo llevo a pasado es para lo mismo, pero obviamente algo que sucedía anteriormente. Por eso, por ejemplo, aquí yo digo, Lady Gaga and Pink were waitresses. Esa era su profesión antes. Were waitresses. In the case of Russell Crowe, his profession is that he was a waiter, right? And also a DJ. And in the case of Brad Pitt, he was a chicken standing in the street to attract customers, okay? So whenever we want to use a negative structure, it's the same thing, but in this case, we are going to be using the verb to be, either was or were, plus not, right? Marta was not upset, and I can go with the contraction wasn't. Notice the pronunciation, wasn't. You were not or you weren't happy. Nick was not or wasn't at home. Bob and Anna were not or weren't together. Now, whenever I want to make questions, I'm going to start with the verb to be and then the subject. Was Marta upset? Were you happy? Was Nick at home? Were Bob and Anna together? ¿Estaba Marta molesta? ¿Estabas tú feliz? ¿Estaba Nick en la casa? ¿Estaban Bob y Anna juntos? Okay? So right here, if I'm asking the question, was Marta upset? I can say yes, she was. Or I can say no, she wasn't. Were you happy? Yes, I was. Or I can go with no, I wasn't. Was Nick at home? Yes, he was, and not he was, okay? This is something that we will cover tomorrow. Right now, we are only with the verb to be. So, in order to practice this, we are going to do the next activity, and that will be the only activity. After that, we are going to conclude with the class, okay? So let's go with the last activity of today's class. Right here, you have the exact same thing that I was telling you just a minute before, okay? Tomorrow, I'm going to once again explain this, okay? But let's go and let's do activity, this one right here, Grammar Bank 1A. Okay, so right here, you have an example on how to do this, okay? You have Grammar Bank 1A, write sentences with was and where. That is instruction, okay? So right here, you have an example. We at home last night. So remember something. If you go with, you have this, I, you, he, she, it, they, we, okay? According to these subjects, you have to use either was or were. So, for example, in the case of I, was or were?
Was.
Was, correct. What about you? Was or were?
Were.
Were, correct. What about he?
Was.
Correct. Was. What about she?
Was.
Was as well. What about it?
Was.
Was, correct. What about they?
Were.
Were, correct. And finally, what about we?
Were.
Were, correct. Great job, Pedro. So right here, basically we have we, right? And if we follow this, we know that the verb to be that we have to use is were. So that is the thing that it's been saying right here. But notice something. Right here we have that it needs to be negative. Okay? So that's why we have we weren't at home last night. Now, let's go with number 1. We have that this is a question. So whenever we have a question, let's remember that we start with the verb to be and then the subject. So my question, guys, is if I have you, do I have to start with was or where?
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 Where, and then we add the subject. Which one is the subject?
You.
Correct. Were you at school yesterday? Okay. So right now, I'm going to give you 3 minutes to do this. Then we check the answers. And after that, we are going to be done with our class. Okay. So please, let's do this. And then we check the answers. Okay, guys, let's check number 2. Okay, so Alex Ayauca. Look, in this case, it's negative, okay? And the subject is James. So Alex, how would you do sentence number 2?
James weren't very well yesterday.
James weren't? Like this?
Sí.
Okay, weren't well yesterday. Okay.
Very
James,
well.
remember that James, it's equals a he, right? So
Sí.
if we go right here to this chart, to this reference, notice that we have I was, you were, he was, she was, it was, they were, we were. So, do you think that still is weren't? So
No.
which one is it?
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't, correct. So we have wasn't, correct. Thank you very much, Alex. Let's continue with number 3. Alexander Castro. We have the subject is we and the sentence it's affirmative.
We are on the
Look, Alexander, the only options right here, it's either was or were. Are, no. Are, it's present. Are es del presente. Nosotros estamos hablando del pasado. Las únicas dos opciones que utilizar en este momento es was o were. So once again, Alexander, which one do you think it's the auxiliary that we need to add right now? Was or were? Right
were.
here. Correct. So we were on the plane.
On the plane at 4.
At 4, correct. Thank you very much, Alexander. Let's go with number 4. Pedro Anchundia. In this case, we have the subject they, and they is a question.
Were they in class yesterday?
Correct. Were they in class yesterday? Amazing. Thank you very much, Pedro. Let's go with number 5. Jessica.
David was not very happy last night.
Correct. So this one right here, you could either say David, right? But that is in Spanish. So David is the correct answer, right? And let's go with the contraction. David wasn't very happy last night. Amazing job, Jessica. Thank you very much. Let's continue with Suley, number 6. Suley Vega, number 6, please.
Was.
I'm sorry?
What?
Okay, but notice that right here, this is the subject. I
was.
Correct.
I was in a meet until 7 last night.
Correct. I was in a meeting until 7 last night. Correct. Thank you very much, Suley. Let's continue with number 7, Juan Carlos Cordero. This is a question and esto es similar a lo que había pasado con Pedro, ¿verdad? Right here, I'm referring to your sister. So, Juan Carlos, how would you do the question?
Was your sister in London last week?
Correct. Was your sister in London last week? Okay, question, Juan Carlos. Why did you choose was and not where?
Because sister and possessive.
Because what? Can you please repeat your answer?
The
subject? What is the subject?
The subject is
Is what? Go on, you can do it, okay. So, once again, I ask you this, Juan Carlos. What's the equivalent to your sister? I, you, he?
She?
Correct, right? The equivalent of your sister is she, right? I'm referring to a girl, to a woman. So because of that, Juan Carlos' answer, it's correct. Was your sister in London last week? Amazing catch, Juan Carlos. Thank you very much. And finally, let's go with Luis Sarabia, number 8.
Number 8. Was it a terror fall?
Okay, but notice this is a sentence, Luis. So whenever we talk about a sentence,
It was, yeah.
correct. You go first of all with the subject and then you go with the auxiliary. It was a terrible film, okay? Okay, guys, we will keep practicing this tomorrow because right now it's already 9:43 and I never gave you a break. So we are going to stop right there, okay? Now, remember that you have to develop only this activity, that is it. And tomorrow, as I was telling you, the first thing that we will do is that we are going to practice the oral exam, right? So tomorrow, I'm going to be asking these 3 questions. Any of those these three questions right here, I will be asking to you, to each of you, okay? To introduce yourself. I can also ask you about what did you have for breakfast, or I can ask you to talk about your family, okay? So this is gonna be a practice. Any questions about this or about any other topic? No? Okay, guys. So thank you very much. And I see you tomorrow, okay? Have an amazing night. Bye.
Goodbye, teacher.
Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.